Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got some more spring fragrances for you. These ones are a little more expensive, so they go over the £50 price mark from my previous video. So in my previous video, which I'll link below, I talked about spring fragrances, easy grab and go fragrances that were all under £50 a bottle. These ones go above that and they're not necessarily what I would call grab and go. So they are fragrances I might choose with a little more thought. They might be more for the evening, or they might be more polarizing. They might not be for every occasion. So let's just get straight into it, shall we? So one fragrance that I have been really enjoying on the warmer days as spring has started to sprung, or spring has started to spring, don't really know. It's not very spring-like today. It's windy, it's bloody horrible, but we've had some beautiful days. And one beautiful day I wore Sex and the Sea Neroli and I absolutely loved it. I also have the body oil here and I wear both together for the full experience. Sex and the Sea Neroli is by Francesca Bianchi, and let's remind myself, it's bitter and sweet at the same time, so there's some green facets. Neroli can have green and bitter facets to it. It's from orange blossoms, but it's extracted in a different way than orange blossom itself is. And yes, you've got Neroli, which is kind of floral, orangey and bitter and green all at the same time. You've also got a tuberose which comes off quite bubblegummy in here. It's musky, there's some animalic facets, there's some coconut. It doesn't really smell to me too heavy on the coconut. I don't usually even think about coconut when I wear it, but I believe it's there to give you that feeling of coconut suntan lotion. It's quite a full-on voluptuous fragrance and it's not for the faint-hearted, but I absolutely loved it when I wore it the other day on a lovely sunny day for a walk. So that is Sex and the Sea Neroli. Now this one is Jivago and it's called 24K. That's the presentation. You get this piece of sort of like kryptonite. It's like pulling a kryptonite out of the cave in the Superman series. So Jivago are based in, I think it's Beverly Hills, and the fragrances I've tried so far all have this kind of Hollywood retro glamour feel to them. They don't really smell like niche, but they also don't really smell like designer. They've just got this retro feel. And this is a soapy, fresh, musky, floral. It's a yellow, I think it's a yellow floral. It doesn't smell exactly like ylang ylang, but it just has a yellow feel. It smells like a bouquet of white and yellow blooms. I think there's tuberose, there's probably jasmine. I'm not sure if there's orange blossom. It doesn't smell particularly orangey. It smells almost slightly green in a floral kind of way. But it's just a massive blast of fresh florals, and then in the dry down it gets a little soapy and there's a touch of amber in the base. It just warms it up. Even though it's very clean and soapy and highly floral, it's a really approachable scent, the sort of thing that you know, a comforting hug from your mum kind of scent. It's perfect for a spring day. So that one is Jivago 24K. This one is Angelique from Papillon Perfumery. It's an iris kind of green earthy scent. There's mimosa in here. It's very natural smelling. There's plenty of iris, but it's kind of fresh, yeah, earthy, slightly green, slightly flowery. And again, it's quite a comforting scent. So that is Angelique. This is Blue Lotus from Teone Reinthal, and this one has, obviously it has Blue Lotus, which is a floral. It kind of gives you this slightly watery feel, like imagine a lagoon, a really still lagoon, no movement whatsoever, and then beautiful florals all around, flowers blooming everywhere. And then in the base you have this gorgeous Mysore sandalwood, real Mysore sandalwood, real vanilla in here, all natural. They're expensive, they're worth it. This to me kind of also takes me to the best pastry shop in Paris, where they're serving custard pastries, like vanilla custard pastries, but then you've got the florals as well. Just stunning, absolutely stunning. Love this. It's got a freshness to it, a richness at the same time, and a sweetness. Really beautiful balanced perfume there. I've got two from the House of Zoologist, and we're going to start with this one, which is Hummingbird. And this one is kind of a bizarre fruity floral. I've only just realised that's reminding me of something that's in Bee, which I've also got here. But I don't know, maybe it's heliotrope. I'm not sure if there's heliotrope in here, but this is, to me, this has always felt like, imagine I don't know, like the Garden of Eden or a forbidden garden, somewhere where everything is absolutely amazing. Flowers, fruits growing everywhere. Another still pond kind of effect here as well, like a poked my lip even. I'm kind of picturing a still pond, hummingbirds flapping around, butterflies, bees, nature, everything that's beautiful and vibrant and sweet and lovely, but this underlying feeling that you shouldn't be here. So there's a sense of danger. I don't know what gives that to me, but I've always felt this. So everything's absolutely beautiful, but there's this something slightly jarring almost, and I don't know if it's that I smell something jarring, but something feels slightly dangerous in the mix here. So Hummingbird. Now the other one that I've got from Zoologist is Bee. Now Bee is perfect year round, and some people might not think it's that suitable for warmer weather because it's quite rich. It's got this honeycomb like scent to it, so it smells like the inside of a crunchy bar. It's got a little bit of heliotrope, gives it a slight almondy feel that comes along a touch later into the dry down. It's got an orange feel to it, like a sticky orange. It's also got a sticky gingery thing as well. So it's very sticky and sweet, but it is a touch floral, and it also smells a bit incensey. Some people say the incense in here is too much for them. And I did have a friend tell me that it smelt like joss sticks, as he called it. Joss sticks is another word for incense sticks. I've never felt that it was that heavy on the incense, but clearly people do. So it's a perception thing. To me, I get inside of a crunchy bar and sticky orange and ginger, and then it's kind of like vanilla and slightly almond and a bit floral. So it's different things to different people, but it really blooms when the weather's warm. I wore this in Madeira beginning of last year when the weather was lovely, and I absolutely loved the way that it radiated from my skin during the day when the sun was shining. I really enjoyed it, so I recommend trying Bee in the spring. I've got two more. So this is my beloved Iris Shot. I absolutely hate this bottle. I hate the colour, particularly the colour of this leather. It looks better when you take it off, but I can't be bothered to do that. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, this kind of coppery colour's a bit better maybe. I don't know. Let's not get into it. Iris Shot, it's the juice that counts. And this is another Iris perfume with a gorgeous edible note of almond in it. It's got some cardamom, which gives it a little bit of spice. It's musky. I think there might be amber in here as well. I just love it, absolutely love it. It lasts really well on my skin. It's an extract de parfum and it's by Dominique Ropium, who is a genius in my opinion. And it's basically, it is a slightly gourmand iris without going too far into gourmand territory. And I just love it. So yeah, but I will wear this year round as well, 100%. But I do think with it being an iris perfume, great for spring. I wanted to buy a bottle of this to make this video, or to put in this video. And then I decided that I want to buy a bottle because I love this perfume, but I wanted to get this video out. So I will be buying a bottle, and I have emptied out the sample. And what I've actually done is to try and get the tiny bit left in the bottom. I've used the kitchen scissors to remove this because you can't spray any more out. So I've actually removed this so that I could tip some on my hand. This is Levant and it's by Ormonde Jayne. It's from their Route de la Soie collection. Ormonde Jayne sent me some samples just around Christmas, just before Christmas. I fell in love with Byzance and I then fell in love with Levant. I didn't try Levant straight away because the notes sounded really boring to me. There's some notes that I just don't love. I think there's a lily, maybe another floral that I don't really love, but it's almost one of those perfumes where you have to ignore the notes, because once I tried it, I loved it. And it reminds me a little bit of Narciso Rodriguez Ombre, but it's not as tropical beachy as that. But it does have the Narciso Rodriguez musk in it. It's got the same kind of musk note as that, which I love. I've never found a Narciso that I wanted to own. I was close with Ombre, but I never actually bought it. And this is better. And in the dry down, you get a tiny hint of vanilla, but it's like it's a bitey floral musk. What does that even mean? I don't know. Doesn't really, lily can be really heady and a bit too much, and it doesn't do that here. But it's not a super sweet fragrance at all. The florals have a bit of a sweetness to them, but they're not syrupy sweet at all. They're not sugary. They feel very natural. It feels like natural florals, and maybe like a white floral kind of a white floral bouquet of different florals. But for me, the thing that I love is this musky note, gorgeous, clean musk, like clean white sheets. And then as you get to the dry down, you just get the merest whisper of vanilla, which is perfection. So I love Levant. It's not the most complex fragrance. It could easily be a designer scent, but for me, I just love it so much that I'm definitely going to buy it. I am being mindful of my spending at the moment. I'm doing really, really well. I teetered on pulling the trigger on this last night. I am going to be buying this, but I might just wait till payday or wait for a discount. Apparently Harrods are going to have a discount code in April, and I don't know if it's a code, but I think they're going to have a 10% sale in April, so I might wait. But I'm definitely buying this very, very soon. I absolutely love it. It's Levant from Ormonde Jayne. That's it then. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, do give me a little thumbs up. And if you are watching and you're not subscribed, then I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. It will help me out and stuff like that. So thank you so much, and I will see you soon.